Looks like I am live. Hello, 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 and welcome to our pre-Lughnasadh chat with Mal. I am your host, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional creative, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, and very, very happy to be with you tonight. Blessed almost Lughnasadh. We'll be talking about what all of that is if you are unfamiliar throughout the night. But right now it is 5 minutes before 11. Hello, meow meow dollface. My hair does look amazing because the sun is in Leo and I'm a Leo rising. So for all I know, it could be going over my Mars conjunct ascendant right now. It just says a whole. Can we make it stay there? No, we can't, because we'd have to stop the planet in its orbit. It's a lot for a hair treatment, just gonna say. So welcome. For those of you watching later, those of you watching live, I will try and say hello to as they come into the room. There is so much to cover on this subject tonight that I've decided it might be less of a group chat, and instead of a TED Talk, it's not a TED Talk, it's a Mal chat. Right? A lot to cover. We have tonight, tomorrow, special edition, and then Saturday, special edition, because I am getting my act together and taking it on the road, at least out to the Hamptons to do a location shoot with very cool people, and I'm very much looking forward to that. To get me out of the house, my God, it'll be the first trip outside of my neighborhood since March. So I'm psyched to go. I'm psyched to go. But tomorrow I have 3 videos to do, which I will do. I'm going to get up early in the morning, do them, pack, and then I'm like going to leave here early evening-ish. We'll play that part by ear because traffic going out to the Hamptons, I have no idea. And speak of the angels. Hello, Mo. Hello, darling. Welcome, 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 welcome. Everybody settle in. We're doing our schmooze time as we like to. Then we'll do our opening prayer as usual. The chat might be a little extensive tonight, and we're probably going to, we don't have to keep it to an hour. That's something I do for my sanity, so I could, the energy afterwards, I'm like, it's like I'm walking around with my, it takes a while to ramp down from that. And then I'm taken out. I know it's going to be so much fun. I know, I'm so excited to see you guys. Well, in case you can't figure that out, well, because, if you're watching this replay, I don't know if you always see the chat, but I'm going to see Mal Flanders and Meow Meow Dollface. Those are words I never thought would come out of my mouth in this life. Expect the unexpected, you never know. So actually, to prepare myself, I Virgoized. Now, this is the checklist that I use when I do the readings. I put, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and I write down the titles of what they're going to be. See, I have 3 more to do tomorrow. But rather than get a whole clean slate, I just wrote down the notes. I looked up the Latin meanings, the etymology of words for tonight. Why? Because we're dealing with the third eye. And Lughnasadh, the first of 3 harvest festivals. And midsummer, really, and we're going to talk about that. Like, how interesting it is that Litha is the first day of summer and the longest day, but it's not the hottest, right? Now we're in the hottest days. It's funny, they call it the dog days of summer while the sun is in Leo. Well, that's not fair. It should be the cat days of summer, but then the beaches would be very different. Yeah. So yeah, a lot to cover tonight. We're going to be talking about sacrifice. Oh, no, he's a witch, talking about sacrifice, right? But the true meaning of the word, that's the Latin meaning. Because Lughnasadh is the sacrifice. It's the first harvest. Like, if you ever saw the movie Wicker Man, well, I prefer the older version. The guy that they got to be the dude on the island looks so much like Gerald Gardner. It, like, freaked me out the first time. I, like, whoa! I was like, God, it's Gerald Gardner. And then I realized. Yeah, that's about Lammas. Lughnasadh Lammas is the Latin version, often the Catholic or Christian version. But it's all words. It's all the same idea. 15 degrees Leo, the sun is at 15 degrees 0. And actually, we normalize it to be August 1st. Actually, the sun will be 15 degrees Leo on the 6th August 6th. I looked that up too. That's called the astrological cross-quarter date. So it's like, so we'll do like our thing, but don't be surprised if I whip something out of my crown chakra, or I should say third eye. Aren't you glad I didn't say my root chakra? For the 6th, whatever day of the week that is. And of course, oh yeah, the calendar's on the other side of the room. Screw it. We'll figure it out later. Maybe Sunday. Did I do math in my head? Oh, good God, help me. Oh, my son and daughter-in-law will be joining us tomorrow. Oh, that sounds lovely. I'm looking forward to meet. Well, I'm going to meet all of you at once. And that's the thing. This current global situation has really been a very much a paradox, that while completely isolated, I've gotten very intimate with people that I haven't been in the same physical space with on a spiritual level. And I suppose that's happening all over the world, or it's not just me, some kind of bizarre mystical experience. I think it's happening a lot. Soul family is coming together. And it's not that we were disconnected, but they always show me it's like the warp and weave of a loom, right? Like when you're going to make a rug or, weaving. When the threads are loose, there's lots of gaps and spaces, but then you all tight together like that. That the fabric of the greater reality is being drawn taut. Oh, great, whatever. Not what I was taught. Don't run. No. Look. I know you're kidding anyway. And I told you, if you treat me like a dignitary, I'm going to treat you like the Queen Mother all night long. I'm going to be in my best manners, and I won't even say poop without excusing myself. That's a threat. No, that's a threat. No, I will be dry as toast 2 days old. Boundaries, choices, Thorpe. We're going to have a really, 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 really good time. We'll have a gay old time. A yabba dabba doomy time. It's going to be lovely. I'm just looking forward to a cold glass of wine, because I don't drink alone. I have wine in the house somewhere. I mean, I'm not a really big drinker for an avatar of Dionysus, right? For a Dionysus archetype, that I wouldn't drink. I don't. I mean, I like it. I don't not drink. Just, I don't. So to do that somewhere even other than my house, somewhere beautiful and fresh air, just, and I'm bringing my cards. You can't stop me, because we're going to stream tomorrow night. So why don't I do the readings for tomorrow? We'll figure it out. This way we could chat and do some readings tomorrow in the live stream. And then Saturday for Lughnasadh, we do a little magic, light a candle. I mean, all we really need is a slice of bread and a candle. We're good to go. Remember, I was taught by point and shoot, which is like, what do you need? You need a wand, got a Q-tip, poof, right? Yeah. What's up, Deep Soul Tarot? Hello. Oh, what's my favorite? I like a Pinot Grigio. I'm a little bland that way, because I used to be able to tie it on. The only red just makes me evil, and in a kind of cool, fun way, but not first time hanging out. But sangria I can do for some reason. It still makes me crazy. But Prosecco, oh my God, ice cold Prosecco. And I know Prosecco is supposed to be a little sweet, and I love cupcake, but I've had ones that almost rip out the back of your throat. They're so dry, and technically it's not a Prosecco, but it's delicious. I was raised to drink wine with meals in a very responsible way, starting at age 13, because my parents would teach me. So I do know how to pair things generally. I mean, I'm not a genius at it and study it. But ice cold, I love my white wines ice cold. It's just a thing. I don't know why. Just is. I don't think red should be ice cold though, unless obviously a sangria. Hi, I could talk about wine. I'm no expert. I'm not. No. I'm not an expert, but I know what I like. I don't know. It looks good behind the couch, don't you think? So, oh my God. Hi, Grace. Hi. Hello, Lavola. Hi, Rachel. Hi. Yay. We're going to have fun tonight. But as I was saying earlier, there's so much to talk about. But we have tonight and tomorrow night as well. So even if I just we'll do our 11/11, wish thing. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, okay. Got it. That was good. Thank you. Great. My spirit guides are telling me what my wishes are. It's like having an entourage. What was my wish? Oh, yes. Thank you. And we're walking. We're walking. But then after the prayer, the opening prayer, I'll just go over the bullet points. We'll toss them all up in the air and see what the gods want to do with them. Right? I'll just pass my crown chakra around. Oh, Lughnasadh open mic night. Lughnasadh divine karaoke. Hello. Good, everybody saying hi. It's such a friendly little community that we that has spawned around me. My Maenads, my mad women. I know mine. That's the whole point. They're mad. They are their own. And you know, that's what made them mad women. They were their own women. That's what made them mad, because they broke away from societal norms, that they wouldn't be chattel. Dionysus had a very interesting relationship with his mother. Let's just put it that way. Seriously. Brought her up from the underworld and made her a goddess, man. Woo! Now that's a Mother's Day gift. Yeah. Olivola, thank you. Yes, please tip your witch tonight. Tip your witch if you can, please. I do appreciate it when you do. I'm going to give you everything I got tonight, and we're going to run over. Well, see, that's the thing, the idea. It's like there is no running over. I stop when I say we stop. You can do this, I think, it's not for endless. You can't stream forever on it. There's a time limit on it, but it's like in the double digits of hours. I forget what it is off the top of my head, but I think you can do like 12 hours. We're not doing that. That's not going to happen. So 4 minutes. For the 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we will make a wish, and then we'll say a prayer and dive right in. Today was a busy day. I woke up really early, did one reading, then passed out on the couch for like 3 hours, and then got up and did the other 2. Just really weird. Oh, good. You liked the video, the Lughnasadh video. Oh, right. At the top, if you scroll up to the top, you see the first thing written there. I'm saying I'll be in the chat about 5 minutes before. The next link down there is the link for the Lughnasadh chat that I did, believe it or not, 2017, 3 years ago today, because the date, I didn't realize the date was, I put in the date at the beginning of the video. Yeah, it was July 30th. All right, July 30th, 2017. So it was exactly 3 years ago today. So isn't that cool? That was so synchronistic. Oh my God. Somebody wake up James Redfield. Cool. So 3 minutes to go. The call is 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Actually, that would be places. I worked in theater. You can't be shocked by that. Not to mention, look at my hair. Thank you, Mal. You know, this is my hair. I don't wear wigs. This is my hair. I don't wear wigs. Oh, Alaska. Unfortunately, I can't say her real drag name without getting demonetized through the video, so I'm not going to say her real drag name. No. Alaska Thunder Fun 5000. Our Lady of the Vocal Fry. Oh. It'll be Alaska Lughnasadh. There we go. No, you can't see her. She has to be seen. She's a drag queen. There. Dare put her behind me. And dare let her upstage her. She'd set the thing on fire just to pull focus. Hi. How we doing? Yeah, we are one. We're not really connected. I mean, because the idea of, oh, we're all connected means we're separate, but we're like, bloop, connected, like Lego bricks. Chakric, light body, Lego bricks. It appears that way. I'm not saying it doesn't appear. Of course it appears that way. It's just not the ultimate truth of who we are. That's a unity consciousness. a part of me will always be like deep down a pure non-dualist. But the thing about pure non-dualists is that the ego can really take that over and make them crazy, right? And they're so, well, but the whole world is an illusion, and and they're a buzzkill. I'm sorry. I've spent time with pure non-dualists, and I know it's a judgment, but that's okay. I don't have to like it. No, that's why I don't take myself too seriously. This is a role I'm playing, and we're all, and I mean, not in this moment I'm acting, except that we're souls wearing personas, masks. Look up the word persona. Find the etymology, the original meaning of words. Because where do we talk about sacrifice tonight? Oh, yeah. You're willing to sacrifice your illusions for your growth? Yeah, it is tricky stuff tonight. Third eye stuff. Oh, it's 11:11. Make a wish. Here we go. For the well-being of all. So would it be. And so it is. That was a good wish. That was a heart-opening wish. Yay. So shall we get down to business, everybody? Let's talk Lughnasadh. We're going to start. Yeah, we'll get to the true meaning of sacrifice. I literally went to Wikipedia. Well, actually, I asked Google, and they brought me to exactly what I needed. Because I will say, as a Virgo, Lughnasadh, my birthday happens in Lughnasadh. I'm September 6th, right? So it is very much a Virgo thing. It's third eye. It's the mind. It's the analysis. It's the thinker. It's air in all of that. Yeah. Hi. Oh, Nancy. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here. We're just about to do the prayer. So let's do this. Everybody take a nice deep breath. Hurry up and pray, right? Hurry up and relax, Nancy. But do. Is anybody in that much of a rush tonight? What? It's already 11:12 where I am. So an opportunity to just slow your roll, which is a big part of alignment, is just relaxing. So take this moment, this time, to do the spiritual practice of relaxation. Not so that you're going to sleep, but so that you can breathe, to feel energized and relaxed. If you look at the meaning of the word relax, like there is lax, something is lax, right? Something loose. It got tense, and then you relax it. It's to be lax again, to return to an original state of soft, of gentle, of calm. And if you can you be aware of what it feels like inside your body? Can you be aware of the sense of space inside your body? Eckhart Tolle calls it feeling your body from the inside out. It's very grounding. It's a simple way to ground. You're not really grinding your feet into the floor or trying to drill your root chakra down into the core of planet Earth. It's just even feeling the space in your lungs as you inhale and exhale change. Really brings you here now, so that the mind has an opportunity to relax and focus just on the breath. Given enough time doing this, meditation becomes simple because it's just being. It's just feeling what you're feeling, not even thinking about it, experiencing it directly. So center is just wherever your awareness is in this moment. So within my center, grounded here in the now, feeling safe in my own body. It is from this place I offer this prayer. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, we surrender this time spent together to you. May it serve your purposes, because we are here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent you who sent us, so we don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who sent us are wherever you wish, knowing that we do not go there alone and that we will be healed as you teach us to heal. Please show us what you'd have us do, where you'd have us go in this conversation, in this experience, in this live stream tonight. What you would have us say, and to whom, even amongst each other and with the divine, that we may rise to the occasion of Lughnasadh in preparation, and even in this moment, allow the light that we are to simply be here as our awareness itself. That light is truth, and Lughnasadh, Lu is light, illumination. So how perfect that it would bless the third eye. And may our third eyes be blessed tonight with the grace of clarity and the grace of knowledge. And like the great divine squeegee of grace, our third eyes are cleared of anything that does not serve just for this time spent together. That we breathe in all we need and exhale all we don't, just from this breath to the next. And so we can rest in the sacred knowledge that we are not alone, that we are truly all one. One light manifested as many, one truth manifested in infinite forms, but gathered together here in perfect divine timing and order for the well-being of all. So I ask our collective pantheons of guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, and ancestors to surround us all, one and all, in a force field of light containing and protecting the work we share this evening. We ask that all information and energy that exchanges between us, both in the physical and the non-physical, and the higher planes, dimensions, octaves, is all done clearly, cleanly, and for the well-being of all. Thank you. Use me. I am your vessel. And if we can have fun while we're doing it, that would be cool too. For the well-being of all. So would it be. And so it is. Yes, witch work. Flark. Hey, kitty girl. It's your world when you walk the street. Hi, 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 hi. Are still here. If a song makes its way in, I gotta take a sip. For newbies, it's just water. You use solar water, but because it's a green bottle, it's green solar water, which is more for the heart chakra. But that's okay. It's the one I grabbed. So, as I said before, we have a lot to cover. It's 11:18 where I am. So let's start this off. Yes, which work? It should be. It should be. I mean, someone will make it. I mean, I don't know how much into merchandising I want to go. Ugh. I feel like if I have to have Mark Angelo Lyons Malversort merchandising, then it will come organically, and it will be well made, and it will be tongue-in-cheek, and you'll want to wear it. You know, partner with Galliano or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The gods have their ways. If the gods want me to have merch, I'll have merch. But for right now, I'm the merch. Have at it, ladies. The gift that keeps on giving. But I'm not leaving my house unless absolutely necessary. So let's talk Lughnasadh. First of all, you can also hear that name as Lughnasadh. Like there's a movie with Marilyn dancing at Lughnasadh. And there you go. That's Western Celtic shamanism, right? It's just all over the map with pronunciations because every country has a different way of saying it. Even Germany, you know, is this Lupercalia? Like I always see, that's the thing, the names, you know, names, but I know the vibe of it. It is the 6th chakra, which is hard to say when you have a gap in your teeth, therefore correlates with the 6th chakra. The 6th sabbat with the 6th chakra is the 3rd eye. And so there goes along with that knowledge, the grace of knowledge, the grace of clarity that we already began breathing in to sort of squeegee the 3rd eye clean, the malcontents, right? See, but I would want it in some kind of weird font that my friend Mark Wendland would not approve of. So I don't know. I'll have to check with my designer friends. So tonight is not necessarily a normal chat, nor is it a TED Talk. It's a Mal chat. It's a thing. Hashtag Mal chat. Do me. We are celebrating it certainly on August 1st, which is traditional. Some people August 2nd. We'll do it depending on tradition. But the actual cross-quarter day, because this isn't just a day somebody made up. This is one of the 8 sabbats of the Pagan Wheel of the year. Everybody knows the quarters, right? Everybody knows spring, summer, winter. You know, we'll go around the wheel we go. But these are cross quarters. You have Imbolc in February. You have Beltane in May. This is Lughnasadh, Lammas if you're Latin. And that made me laugh. I don't know why that made me laugh, but it did. And then we have Samhain. It's Samhain, not Samhain. It's Samhain. I'm a little pet peevy with that one. In October, technically November, but that's the thing. Astrologically, it's the 6th of August is when the sun will be at 15 degrees Leo, right? So that's when you can do your own personal stuff. Because I'm thinking it's next Sunday. I don't have the calendar in front of me, so whatever day that is. We can do that. Not Emmy Award nominated, Tony Award nominated. And if he ever watches this, I hope he would be absolutely tickled that I actually corrected somebody about that, although I'm sure he wouldn't mind having Emmys as well. And I miss him terribly, and he's in Brooklyn, and he can look out his window and see a certain hospital in Brooklyn. So I have to call him this week. I have to tell him that I love him. He's very, very dear to me, my Scorpio brother, Mark Wendland. I love him. I love him. I love him. Anyway, it's Maller time. Let's not get brewery, okay? Let's, copyright infringement. Remember, raised by lawyers. So here's the deal. I need you to go back in time a little bit, at least in terms of the Wheel of the Year, to Beltane, right? May 1st-ish, depending again on tradition and astrological accuracy. You see, in the olden days, at Beltane, they would have these festivals known for the season of fertility that it commemorated, initiated, celebrated, ceremonied. And long story short, they would have these contests to find the strongest man in the tribe, the village, what have you, and he would be the Beltane king. This is the forerunner of strongman contests. They still happen. Then they would find the most beautiful maiden, the first beauty pageants, and then they would be crowned. Is anybody getting a prom flashback? Like, I'm seeing great big hair with that fin like that. Did any of you remember that? I know that's only certain women in the room will remember the flesh dorsal hair fin from the 80s, like that. And sometimes it went like that, right? By the high school yearbook picture, I totally have like the Brian Setzer, so I'm right there with you. So as night came, they would light the bonfires, the balefires, and they would drive the cattle between all to bless the land, right? To fertilize the land, right? The sun god impregnating the earth goddess, the marriage of the god. And then the Beltane king and the Beltane queen would run into the fields, become the earth, he would become the sun, and fertilization happened. Hopefully it was a little bit more graceful than that. Okay, so a necessary agricultural society. You with me so far? Everybody keeping up? And the Greek tunic leg prom dress. Oh my God, the 80s was totally awesome. You know what? It wasn't just totally awesome. It was mint. Anyway, I digress. So here's the thing. You did that. That was the ceremony. That was the tradition. And the community really depended the tribe depended upon, we're talking agricultural times, that crops grew. That's how you ate, right? That's how you stayed alive. That's how the tribe survived. So, then you'd be out working in the fields, and then came Lughnasadh. If by Lughnasadh the crops were not producing, remember the Beltane king? You ever hear the land and the king are one? Sound familiar? The land and the king are one. Oh yeah, Excalibur. Of course I remembered that spell. I was 5 when that movie came out. How could I not memorize it? Helen Mirren speaking the charm of making smoke flying out her mouth. Oh my God, that movie changed me. Does it make more sense now? The land and the king are one. So a lot of my pagans know this in the room, I'm sure already. If the crops failed, they would sacrifice the king, cut him up into pieces, and sow him into the earth for fertilizer. And it usually worked. Yeah, that's magic for you. That's blood magic. That's old, ancient magic. That is old, ancient magic. So Lughnasadh is the sacrifice. We don't have to do that anymore, right? We totally don't have to do that anymore. Yep. So you're getting the King Arthur vibe on that, right? So here's the thing. That is an ancient time of sacrifice, but the word sacrifice gives us the willies. Oh, please, the things we've been asked to sacrifice in these past few months. I mean, I know there are people who've made great, big, huge sacrifices, but I'm not going there. But really, the word. The problem is in the word, because this is a third eye thing. It's about beliefs and ideas and conclusions, your illusions for truth. The sacred truth of the third eye, seek only truth. Are you willing to sacrifice the things that you believe simply because they're not true and they're holding you back? Yes. So a little research. Just today, before I was doing Wim Hof breath on the couch. That's where they get me before this. They're like, go do your breathing. I go do my breathing. They're like, do this and look this up and look this up. So I'm like, oh, that's so cool. So sacrifice, obviously the root of the word is sacred, to make sacred. So I even went a little bit further and I was like, okay, well, what's the etymology, the meaning, not entomology, it's the study of bugs, etymology, the study of words. What is the meaning of the word sacred? And I came up with, through Wikipedia, it's Latin, sacer, S-A-C-E-R. Catch this, referring to that which is consecrated, dedicated, or purified to the gods or anything in their power. Like me, I'm in there. Take me, use me, yeah. It's to make sacred. That's what sacrifice means. It means to make sacred. So, yes, we have our sacred cows in terms of to sacrifice is to bless it, consecrate it, and give it to the gods. That would probably be more dramatic if the camera angle just shut off like there, right? I've just been so I wouldn't say Bob Fosse. I would say definitely Martha Graham. So that thing of laying upon the altar the people, places, and things, situations that you're not seeing willingly. There's this great line in A Course in Miracles, I'll paganize it. The gods cannot heal what you will not acknowledge. Snork. That wasn't even a thwarp, that was a snork. That was the gods cannot heal what you will not acknowledge. It's just true, right? They're your beliefs. And this is an opportunity for us to weed the garden of the mind. Because what does a weed do? Well, from an herbalist, don't never say that to an herbalist. They will rip your hair off and stuff it with belladonna. There is no such thing as a weed. A weed is just a plant that you don't know the purpose of. And I agree. But we're talking metaphor here, right? Let's say a parasitic plant, still a weed. What does it do? It drains energy from the truths that are there. But that's the thing. How can something that's not real do that if it's an illusion? Because we give it power. Yeah. So the sacrifice that we are asked to give is connected with the third eye, about seeing things differently. And that's not the easiest thing in the world, but the two graces that I connect with the third eye, one I learned from Carolyn Mace, the grace of knowledge in the book Defying Gravity. I know one's the Wicked musical, the other's Carolyn Mace. I don't remember which it is. So to really even through breath, that third eye stuff. Okay, I haven't been keeping up here. Wow, there will be a barbecue at 12 Oaks tonight. Where's my belladonna? Okay, gotcha. Okay, I caught up. Got what you mean. Got what you mean. Okay. They're speaking through me. I asked them to. So to consecrate, to make sacred, take your thoughts and say, all right, I don't know what's holding me back, but through the grace of humility, the maiden grace, please, I am willing to see clearly. I am willing to seek the truth. So to do this, I went through the Matt Kahn healing mantra deck and pulled out a couple of mantras, because this is third eye time, and it's not just one day. Sabbats are not one day, they're a season. That's like saying that summer is only one day. No. Litha is not one day, it is a season. Yes, and it's technically 3 months. This is mid, so they overlap, right? So you don't have 4 seasons, you have 8. It's a much bigger hotel. So I'm just pulling these randomly, but these are the ones I pulled out before. Deconstructing doubt. Only my beliefs are in the way. Right? Illuminating the truth. I love this one. I am willing to see things clearly, no matter the outcome. That's laying it on the altar. Anchoring the light. I thought very apropos. The light is always within me, and I thought we could do this one tonight because illumination, light, truth, right? Seek only truth. Racing expectations. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not, right? Like we're like, oh, I didn't visualize the right thing or enough. Nobody visualized what's going on planet Earth right now. That's nobody's fault. That was scripted. My God, it's in prophecies practically. Opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, right? And activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions, right? So, you know, you play these back at another time. Gotta go. I love you, honey. I will talk to you in the morning. You got it, sweetheart. I love you all. Have a good night. And I just drew a blank. It's okay. Needle across the record. Zoom again. Muppet movie. So that's what I thought we could do tonight as we went more into the meditative part, because then this can really start preparing us. Why do we have holidays? Holidays. Well, holidays. It's the days where you can tap into the whole, into the quantum net of it all, into the quantum unity of it all, and tune yourself, right? To come into alignment with certain cycles of the divine in nature, right? Now, I've been doing this a long time. I have been in so many Lughnasadh rituals, some amazing, some like, oh God, can we get this over with? And some just like, where am I and how do I get out of here? That's how it goes in paganism, right? When you don't, when you're not always the one running your own stuff, you go to other things. But I see how far I've come. I see how much I've learned, and I see how much simpler it is for me now. And that is really the case, that the higher you go in consciousness, the simpler things get. It was all the complexity, that's for the ego, because the ego is complex, so it needs complex structure. But truth is actually incredibly simple. And what we need to do in this life is incredibly simple. If you notice, I didn't say it was easy, right? Love one another. Try and no, right? It's work. And then the ego grabs a hold of that and says, well, we're not doing it right because the world is still this, still that. It's an illusion, right? We need to challenge our illusion. Really recommend the work of Byron Katie, not just her entire work. Byron, B-Y-R-O-N, Katie, K-A-T-I-E, brilliant. Her process is called the work, right? So I just don't mean her entire career. I mean the work by Byron Katie. 4 questions and what's called a turnaround. When you have a thought, and really, she said with one, that's bothering you when you're in a situation? What is the thought? So the first question is it true? Is what you're thinking, the belief, the whatever it is it true? And you answer honestly. Second question, can I absolutely know for sure it's true? And sometimes that answer is no. Because you begin to see, it's like, oh, well, no, that's maybe a conclusion I jumped to there, right? Or a belief, right? Or whatever. What am I like when I think that thought? Like, who am I when I think that thought? Like, what happens to me? What am I like? Who am I when I think that thought? And then the fourth one, who would I be if I never thought that thought at all? And it does something. It clears the third eye for a moment and allows that questioning to open this door for your soul to come in and do some ego, to release some of its inflammatory nature, right? What is the ego? It's the personality that arises out of an inflamed nervous system, right? So all these beliefs we took on in times when we were under immense stress and inflammation. It's just how it is. We picked up stuff through trauma as well as joy, and not all of it's true, you know? I had a moment today while I was editing videos. I just forget which one it was. I did 3 of them today. And yeah, it was actually in the video editor. And they said something to me about trust, and I'm not going to go into it. It was very personal, but I saw what they meant. They said, this whole thing that you've been going through about a certain thing in my life, it's all been a lesson of trust. Do you trust us? And I was like, I was so put on the spot in my own house. So I was like, I get the lesson. And they weren't challenging me, but they were asking me the questions like, do you trust us? And I had to say, right? So that process of questioning, but then again, the ego can run with that. It's questioning. So this is a whole season, though we can do this all year long, where we get to seek only truth, but with the guidance and the grace of the divine within ourselves. So I want to read you something. And I posted this, I'm pretty sure I posted this in the Angelo Lyons, Mal for Short private Facebook group, a post from Matt Kahn. Oh, you just see it. Yeah, sure. But yes, wow, he uses white ink on a white screen. And this is about manifestation. The most direct way to manifest is to know you always have exactly what you need in order to move from this breath to the next. It's all one sentence. I'll read that again. The most direct way to manifest is to know, remember that word, know, the grace of knowledge. The most direct way to manifest is to know you always have everything that you need in order to move from this breath to the next. With me, we've talked about that before. Whenever you inhale, you have everything you need. Whenever you exhale, you let go of everything you don't, right? In that moment, just for that moment. As a foundation of trust is built from this acknowledging that, you are able to realize that you always have exactly what you need in order to move from this moment to the next. From there, your awareness can open up to recognize how you always have exactly what you need in order to move from this day to the next. The deeper trust in the universe goes, the more open you are to allowing that everything you have and will be given to be received. And no matter how distrusting you may be, you always have exactly what you need, just unaware of how precisely you are being guided and supported by the loving intelligence source within you. In other words, what's keeping us from manifesting the things that we want are the illusions that we have that we're not, that we don't have everything we need. We may not have everything we want. It's coming. And I know talk. But this is the stuff that clogs up the third eye, that Lughnasadh is an opportunity. Or if you like, weed the garden of your mind, right? Like, what are the seeds that you want to plant subconscious? Well, there are some weeds in there too. I mean, I love gardening, so to me, it's a useful metaphor. But this is Lughnasadh. What is it that you want to harvest? The first harvest, loaf mass, Lammas. They took the wheat, they threshed it, ground it up, made flour. The first loaf of bread that was made in the tribe was given to the gods in sacrifice. Loaf mass, Lammas, the Catholic Christian version. Lughnasadh, in honor of the god Lu. Could I talk about Lu for an hour? I could talk about Lu for a day, L-U-G-H. essentially the Celtic Apollo, a bard, a warrior, a healer, and gorgeous. I was a Prince of Lu for a Prince of Lu. That's a Jungian slip, if ever I said one. A priest of Lu for 4 years, because I was a priest of the Morrigan, a priest of Cernunnos, a priest of Lu, and a priest of Bridget 1 year after the other. After you have a history of working with a god a year. Now I take a matron and a patron because I double up, right? So Lu is luminescence. He is a light god. Do the research on the god Lu. Hi, hi, hi. Oh my God, you're here. Yes, I am. Since 5 minutes to 11, I've been here. And good to see you, Mama B. Hey, Mama B. Hey, Queen B. So that's a lot of information. Like I said, there was a lot I had to talk about tonight. And with one other thing I wanted to talk about here, and we can use this for our practice good, because we're about 40 minutes late, so maybe we won't be here for hours and hours and hours. Praise circle. Do you remember we did one praise circle here? Praise, gratitude, and love, the upward spiral, right? These next 3 habits are actually praise, gratitude, and love. Allow me to explain. The harvest festivals are about praise, gratitude, and love. Lughnasadh is about praise. Mabon, autumnal equinox, is about gratitude. It's spiritual Thanksgiving, first day of autumn. And Samhain is love, but it's the love not just of the ancestors, which of course is what Samhain is about. It's about honoring the ancestors, the dead. It's not Halloween. Sorry, a little bit of a... Yeah, I'm working on that one. But it's the 8th chakra, right? If you line up the chakras, Samhain's the 8th chakra. That's unity consciousness. That's the higher self. That's divine love. So it is literally praise, gratitude, love, right? So praise is a weird word, depending on your thoughts and beliefs and experiences where that word had been used, right? You praise. What is it? Praise? We got a long, long way together. I love that song. Through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate. I gotta praise you like I should. Oh, Fatboy Slim. Was there ever a Weapon of Choice? Weapon of Choice. Such a great video. Christopher Walken zooming around that hotel. I will never forget that. The video is fantastic. I know. See, Nancy, you and I have to hang out. We absolutely. You know what I'll do when this lifts and I'm making more money? I maybe have a boyfriend to take care of the cat so I can leave the house a little bit more. I would love to go flying around this country, this world, hanging out with you all. The Mal tour, right? That could be fun. And again, the highest possibilities come to be whether I envision them or not. How many times have you been like, but I visualized it, and I did a prayer, and I've been doing mantras, and I've been tapping and doing yoga and sun salutes and drinking kale juice. Oh, it's horrible. And I still haven't manifested. What's wrong with me? Nothing. It's just not time yet. But do you see? Seek only truth. How much of our suffering is self-induced, and are you willing to sacrifice that? In other words, to lady of vocal fry, I do surrender unto thee these thoughts and beliefs and no longer serve my highest well-being, right? We don't do that. We just take it because that's the mind is mechanistic. The spirit, Carolyn Mace, bless her heart, she said the mind can't heal the mind. I mean, not that psychotherapy and counseling and all that stuff isn't a gift. Oh, please, we would have never gotten this far without Freud and Jung and Ericksonian and cognitive. I mean, all of that stuff, absolutely necessary. Please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, right? Don't get me wrong. But a wounded mind can't heal itself in that way, right? That the soul is what heals the mind, the spirit, the divine within us. It's the love that heals us. In other words, if this is not engaged, there is no healing without forgiveness. Therefore, there is no happiness without forgiveness. Forgiveness or what you're keeping you from forgiving, and it's not what you think it is. It's direct experience. the soul, not the ego. The ego hates it because it begins to unravel in the presence of that kind of love. And you realize that everybody is doing the best that they can. People act from pain all the time, and so do you. And you're really forgiving people for your own errors and mistakes, just in different forms. Why? Unity. Psychological projection much? Yeah. Sorry. I'm sure some of you. What did he just say? Yeah. Welcome to spirituality. This is where the rubber hits the road. Lughnasadh's no joke. It's the sacrifice. So yeah, have a picnic. Socially distanced, do the right thing. Do the right thing by you. Bring yourself into the alignment with the highest and best of your ethics, right? What comes out of your mouth? Look, have I always lived that way? No, but guess what? That's how we learn to live that way, is by making mistakes. And so the forgiveness is, for me, at this point, learning curve. And the more I can extend that to others, the easier it is to extend it to myself. It's just how it works. That's a lot. It's a lot. That's a lot. So how about we take a few minutes to put this into practice? Because I have a feeling if I ask any questions, we will be here forever. Be the chat. This is the chat that doesn't. And oh, poor kitty. Meow. Sorry. I'm not on drugs. I've just had a long day. And I asked the gods to take me over for Lughnasadh, so here we are. At least they're not possessing me completely. Yeah, aspecting for fun and profit. No thanks, not tonight. I have a crown chakra ache. No, I don't. Good. So let's do a little spiritual practice. How do you feel about that? Is everybody ready? We're gonna do an extrapolation of what's called the Song of Prayer. We've done it here before. It's a Course in Miracles thing where we're going to go into the great light and we're going to lay our thoughts on the altar. And you don't even need to know what those thoughts are until you're there, right? But then what we're going to do is, once that we surrender them onto the altar, I'm going to give you some of these to play with. I'll just read a bunch of them over and over and over. And you take the ones that resonate. Cool. Seems pretty simple. The key, though, is going to be breath. Now, not kidding now. Soma breathing, that Wim Hof breathing that I do, it's all about the third eye. When I go look up Soma breathing, or what's the other they call it? The DMT breathing. It's the other thing that they call it, right? Because that's the chemical that's secreted from the third eye, which is Soma. It's the same thing. It's just Soma is the Sanskrit word for it. So I don't know if I'll be Wim Hofing tonight. I think I might have done enough of that today, but we'll see what happens, shall we? And maybe we take Miss Thunderfun out of the way just for her own, I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't mind the amount of light we're about to generate, but, it's not fair if we don't have her say so. It is a vote of Kindle. It is a novena. Oh my God, I have to say a novena to Our Lady of Vocal Fries. Okay. Sorry, I had to get my cards symmetrical. Breathe. And relax, right? Take the time to settle in. Take time to breathe. Take the time to let the stress be as it is as you breathe through it. And just for a minute, I'm going to go into the silence just for a minute now. I'll keep going. But for a minute, just focus on your breath. the third eye opening, like a bud facing upwards to the sun in the sky overhead, petals unfolding, relaxing, little drops of dew at the center of the bud, the soma itself, sparkling with light, sparkling with truth, because light and truth are one. So it is now that we envision in the center of our minds a tiny ball of light, brilliant, clear, pure, golden, solar light. And that as we breathe, it glows brighter and larger. Whether you envision things or not, see them or not, just pretend. It's fine. That with each breath, this entire world becomes illuminated by this tiny ball of light, getting larger and larger because we are getting closer and closer to it. Until that light is filling up the entire scope of our inner vision, horizontally and vertically. And we find ourselves going deeper, so we are surrounded by this light, somehow lit from all sides, in an organic, living, breathing force field of truth and light as one. And now appears to us someone that you consider a higher power, a guide, someone that you can trust, someone of truth. It can be a family member that's crossed. It could be an angel. It could be a god. It could be a goddess. It could be a shape. It could be a totem. It could be anything. But just a symbol, right? Even if it's just a symbol that takes you gently by the arm and walks you deeper into the light. That we have companionship on the way here. And now emerging from the light coming toward us is a table, an altar. I usually see mine as a table of white marble, but I would. Really large, big dining room sized table. It just reflects this light, imbued with light. The altar of the gods, the Godhead altar. And now of all the thoughts that go through our minds, because we are not our thoughts. Thoughts are electromagnetic wavelengths in their own dimensional field interacting with us. The thoughts are shared. And a thought consistently repeated and held becomes a belief and imprints itself in the brain patterns, how the brain synapses fire and wire, creating belief patterns that have a cellular correlate in physical form. So just in that, thought affects matter. Neural passageways of repetitive thought, looping circuits, belief systems, belief patterns that often act like jail cells when they go unaddressed, left in the shadow, unattended. Here are some we all have. I'm not good enough. Everybody's got that one. And it's not that that's the ego's favorite tool. It's how the ego kind of sees things. Because it doesn't get things aren't so easy, and it didn't always get all the love that it needed, and sort of looks for love in all the wrong places. A good one. Giving me very much the Harry Potter thing, right? Taking the wand, putting it to the mind and drawing out the thought, right? Dropping it on the altar. And let it spell itself out. What are some other thoughts you want to sacrifice to the gods, and not just the ones that you know? Or the ones that are problematic? What are the golden thoughts, right? So what's the opposite of I'm not good enough? I'm good enough? I'm smart enough? People like me? Well, if you want to Stuart Smalley, go right for it. But how about I'm okay? It's a good start. I'm okay. Doing the best that I can. So sacrifice isn't about killing things. Sacrifice is about making sacred, cleansing, consecrating, purifying that which is of the gods, belonging to, of their power, which is us. We are the hidden children, and that's the truth. So how about putting that one there? I am a divine child of the gods, as are all sentient beings. I'll never find love. There's never enough. There's not enough time. Look how much lack. In a time of the great harvest, when everything we need is in every moment, from breath to breath. I'm not enough. I can't make it happen. And along with that, I am willing to experience the best this world has to offer me. I am willing to see differently. I am willing to know who I am. And let's add some of these. The light is always within me. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. I am willing to see things differently no matter the outcome. Ooh, that one wants to stick. That one's tricky. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Only my beliefs are in the way. And for the next few minutes, empty your mind. And I ask that our guides now work with us all individually and collectively to just show us the thoughts that need to go on this altar for the next 60 seconds while we breathe. little bit longer. And know that this is what Lughnasadh is about for the next month and a half to 3 months. The harvest, the weeding, knowing that you lay upon this altar, only the truth is real. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of the divine, the peace of God, the peace of mind we seek. So lay for now that last belief, truth or illusion, whatever it may be, because that's all we've laid upon this altar is either truth or illusion, and some of them might seem like they're both. And that's okay too. What better to lay upon the altar? Something sacred. Divine energy. Thoughts are things, but they are made of divine energy. And they want to make their way back to source too. As we all do. We're all on our way home. So step back now as your guide takes you gently by the arm, your symbol of compassion, what have you. As now this entire altar and all of its contents are lifted upwards by the light itself into the light itself. And watch it dissolve, taken in, absorbed. And allow one of these mantras that I read before I will read again. I'll say them 3 times each. Only my beliefs are in my way. Only my beliefs are in my way. Only my beliefs are in my way. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Light. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas because it's just us and the light now. Oh. Only the highest possibilities come to me, whether I envision them or not. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. Only the highest possibilities come to be, whether I envision them or not. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Oh, the release. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. I am willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. And just feel the release, the relief. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. I am willing to see beyond beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. The light is always within me. The light is always within me. The light is always within me. Oh, that's a good one. The light is always within me. Just bask. Get lost in the song for a moment. As the light in you, of you, around you does its work. that you have everything you need right in the now, for this next breath. Know that right now I have everything I need. It's not about tomorrow. It's not even about a minute from now. It's about right now. The light is always within me. So the truth is always within me. So spirit is always within me. So my true identity is always within me. Because I am the light I am. I am the light I am. I am the light I am. And because that light is always within me, I can gently let this image go, knowing that all I'm doing is just returning my focus to the outside world. And this light now shines through me, because it is me, in truth. What have I sacrificed, really? We would think we would have to sacrifice everything for nothing. But in truth, we are sacrificing nothing for everything. And just be, radiate. And as you are ready, gently wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Focus on your breath. And as you are ready, gently make your way back into the room, allowing your eyelids to be the last things open as you open them outwards into the room, allowing your light to shine through. Hey, JC. What a time to be alive that we can do this in a public way. That's the truth. That's the truth. They can't burn us at the stake. Not here. They can have their opinions too. That's their light. That's their process. As we clear illusions from our mind and seek only truth, what do you think that does to the quantum field? What do you think that does to everyone's third eye as we get clear? As we let go of our illusions and falsehoods that we cling to, that we know aren't true deep down. And no king dies. Yeah. Yeah. This is a very important time we're in. What is the great awakening, really, if not the seeing of the light, the seeing of the truth, but no one particular point of view only, right? The truth of unity, the great truth. We're all one. What if our healing, this Lughnasadh work, as we heal our third eye, really, month and a half to 3 months, if you want to go there. Think of 3 months from now, beginning of August, beginning of September, beginning of October. It's a very pivotal time in our history, don't you think? What if people started seeing through illusion? What if people started seeing the truth? The real truth. The real truth. That greater light that sort of puts everything else into perspective as what we needed for the time, but isn't true to who we are anymore. When I was a child, I played with childish things. Now I am an adult and I will put away the toys of childhood. Spiritual maturity, ascension, awakening, spiritual evolution, self-realization, God realization, call it what you want. All the same journey. Path of true love, to be a God. human, hero, immortal, God. Those are my 4 steps. I got 1 foot in immortal and 1 foot in God. I mean, I don't look like this at almost 52 without some divine shenanigans going on. So a lot to consider, and that's why tonight is only part 1. Tomorrow will be part 2, and Saturday will be part 3. Hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you are in the Facebook group, the Mark Angelo Lyons Mouth for Short Facebook group, I will certainly see. That's where the real fun's going to go down. I'm telling you right now, it's in the Facebook group, because I'm going to walk around. I won't say her name here necessarily, but Mal Flanders' house. That sounds odd. But I'm going to be hanging out with Mal Flanders and Meow Meow Dollface at their house Friday, tomorrow, and Saturday with my trusty cell phone, and we'll probably live stream directly to the group. So that's where you want to be for the fun stuff. If you want to be tipsy, you might want to check that. Cool. So I hope you all had fun tonight. I certainly did. This was enriching for me. I got everything done, man, really. If I were to checklist this like the Virgo that I am, I think I crossed every T and dotted every I. Yep. And believe me, we can be talking about this for the next month and a half to 3 months too, if we want to. It's always good to acknowledge what season you're in as you go, what chakra you are in, etc. Love serving love with you all. And I love you, Nancy, and I love you, Grace, and I love you, JC. Hi, I did see you, and Lavola, and everybody else who was here tonight. And anybody who, if anybody wants to super chat me, now's a good time, because I'm going to be signing off in a few minutes. And actually, I'm going to go take a shower. I mean, really, I am not sleeping with this amount of mascara and eyeliner, but really, it's not a good look. See, the thing is this is actually purple. You can't see it, and it's going gray, but I have very blondish kind of lashes, like light brown. So it's children of the corn. It's not a good look on me, even though the corn moon, oh yeah, the corn moon is on Sunday. We're going to have to do something Sunday night too, aren't we? It's full moon. Corn. When was the last time I had corn? Yeah, please forgive the eye makeup, but it's necessary. Malachi. So yeah, that's my excuse. Smoky eye do look good on a witch, though. Don't adjust. All right. I love you all so much. Thank you so much. You want to PayPal or Venmo me something, money? The links are in the description box below. Otherwise, I'm going to go wash off the day, snuggle with my cats, and maybe watch some TV. Yeah. Do we have to get real corn? Well, corn dollies is a big part of the pagan tradition of Lammas, right? You take the corn husks and you fashion them into dollies. That's a Lammas thing. And please just Google it. That's why I could have spent an hour talking about correspondences. And you can do this spell and you can do that spell. You'll find it on your own. And a lot of you, just whatever you're guided to do it, right? But all in all, it's about the light, right? It is Lughnasadh. Thank you, Lavola, for the super chat. Wait. Hold on. Don't worry, I have pants on. I always feel like I have to warn you so that either you won't be shocked that I am or disappointed that I don't. Oh, there we go. In case we had any question of my orientation. Ready? Mark's crown chakra. It's a good look. I don't know. I got a proud crown chakra. Oh, that feels so good. I mean, really, these are very handy in 90-degree weather, gotta say. Oh, I'm going to have to pack a drag fan tomorrow. I'm going to be thwarping all over Southampton tomorrow. Cannot wait. Oh, watch out, Hamptons. Mal's coming to town. Oh, you may want to follow along. I love you all. So, yes, cornbread will do. Well, go do your research. And you know how I am. If it works for you, works for you. What, you think I grew corn? I did not grow corn. I'm sure we'll be just fine. And I'll be fine with the grape. That I can have, too. Yeah. I love you all so much. I hope you had fun tonight. I certainly did. I needed this. But for now, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the rest of your night, evening, day. Until we meet again, my darling, say it with me. Say it twice to be doubly blessed. Hail, farewell, and blessed be. Bye.